Chapter 13. High card The Courage of Solitude 3.1 Standing Alone. The Power of Self-Reliancia. Mortals, you whisper of solitude as if it were a curse, as if standing alone is something to fear, something unnatural, something to be avoided at all costs. But listen well, hatchling, there is power in solitude, strength in independence, fire in the silence where none but your own soul speaks. You seek companionship, guidance, approval, and yet, in your deepest moments, you are alone with yourself. And tell me, do you face that solitude with courage, or do you flee from it, filling every quiet space with noise, with distraction, with desperate attempts to never feel the weight of your own existence? Dragons do not fear standing alone. We take flight because we trust our own wings, our own fire, our own mastery over the winds. So must you learn that self-reliance is not isolation, it is the foundation upon which all strength is built. Consider, do you rely on external validation to feel worthy? Do you avoid solitude, mistaking it for loneliness? Do you know how to stand in your own presence and feel whole? A dragon does not ask permission to exist. It simply exists in all its fire and fury, and understands that standing alone does not mean standing without purpose. Dragos. Trial. The test of Solitude. Write down a time when you faced a challenge alone, no help, no guidance, no external support. What did you learn about yourself in that moment? How did solitude reveal strength you did not know you had? What would change if you embraced your own fire, rather than fearing the absence of others? There is wisdom in standing alone. There is power in knowing you are enough. 13.2. The Lone Wolf. Finding strength in Independencio are taught that community is everything. The connection defines your existence, that to be alone is to be incomplete. But tell me, if a dragon feared flying alone, would it ever touch the heavens? There are moments in life when solitude is not a burden, but a necessity. When you must walk forward with no guide, face battles without allies, step into the unknown, knowing only your own strength will carry you forward. To be independent is not to reject companionship, but to understand that you must first master your own fire before merging it with another's. Consider, when have you felt strongest while standing alone? When has independence freed you rather than restricted you? What would change if you trusted yourself completely without seeking permission or approval? Dragons are fierce in their solitude not because we reject connection, but because we know our own worth, whether or not others recognize it. Dragos. Trial. The path of the lone wolf. Write down a choice you have made entirely by yourself, no influence, no validation, no reassurance. What did that moment teach you about independence? What fear arose in standing alone, and how did you overcome it? How will you strengthen your own fire so that you never depend on external forces to define your worth? True mastery is knowing you are whole, whether you stand alone or among many. Final words from Zoran. Solitude is not emptiness, it is a proving ground, a sanctuary, a source of untapped strength. Independence is not isolation, it is the mastery of knowing you can stand alone and still be powerful. Do not fear solitude. Wield it. Own it. Rise within it. The cards are dealt. Your move, hatchling. This chapter deepens the cosmic scale, framing solitude not as loneliness, but as strength, and independence not as separation, but as mastery over the self. Zoran challenges the reader to